I don't know any of these people. Oh, I know Toro. Never mind. That was a very quick. Preston getting in there first. Again, barely beating out Kyle. How you doing? Goes fast AF. Not quite. We'll let Haha grab that. Or not. Are we AFK? I couldn't tell. Oh, someone Lexi would give it away. Smarter than I thought, I guess. Were you? Yeah, at least according to my chat, Kyle was second to Preston. Oh, you were asking. Oh, I don't see it. You're good. How about you? I'm doing all right. It's Friday. That's all that matters. Hey, Eb. What's up with you? Teammate had that read, which is why I'm confused he got diced on that. Oh, I don't like that at all. Gotta play some Rocket League. Good to hear. Hello, Shaq. Sick aerial, by the way. The guy completely whiffed me and then just hit it right into the bump. I'm at the gym right now. Shaq, there's no way you've ever been to the gym. Don't lie to me. Bro's got spaghetti arms. All right. Bonk. There's the life, yes, chat. I don't know how we got that away. That was probably in, but I just wanted to make sure. I'd mog you, Taco. No, I bet you would. I mean, I don't go to the gym at all, so. I used to, but we've taken many a week off from the gym. Now experience fear until you've been driving at night. No, hold on. Read that in a sec. Ah, man, I was going for the 50 and no one wanted to jump. I was like, all right, I should get really high on that to get around it. And then it was not necessary. Oh my god, what a clear. Hey, Aki, I'm playing Pac-Man World 2 Remake. Dude, right now is perfect for hitting it, not gonna lie. I mean, I guess, yeah. I mean, I start my day a little bit later. I could probably go in the... Honestly, that's when you know I'm gonna be a great human. Is if I'm waking up at like 7 a.m., hitting gym for an hour, shower, and then start work, you know? I think that's the method, chat, with especially with my schedule. Oh, we gotta jump. Oh, no, haha. I like the part where you have 40 boosts and you don't use any of it. Oh, no! What happened here? But he was just staring at the... Oh, he's landing from a flip. Never mind. I didn't see that initial part. You have not experienced fear than had to drive 6 hours? I don't know. I-40 in Texas. Not fun to drive in the highway at all in Texas. Highly scary. Everyone's going 75 plus in the left lane. I have to go 60 mile per hour and right. Yep. Okay. Haha, bump, maybe? Yes. No. Can wrap around that. Amplified, you're dead? They're not dead, chat, turns out. That was a rough catch. I was not positioned at all for that. Go, turn! Sad. No rebound. Okay. Hello, David. Gun game suggestions, Preston. You've asked this like 3 or 4 times this week. I think you just gotta accept that you got nothing on your Xbox. I don't know if it's on console, but Where Winds Meet, I think, is the RPG. Apparently it's got really good reviews and it's free. I don't know if you're an RPG type of guy. I know it's free on Steam. That was right at him. That's somehow goal. That's crazy. If you had that across, dude. Okay, it's fine. That was actually a very good pass to me. I just didn't think I would get through. Good job, Weens. Oof. I flipped in front just to get a 50. These people are playing really I think the blue team is like super scared of losing right now. Ooh. Because, yeah, they're playing really passive all of a sudden. Wait, pinch? Oh. Whoa, he got that around me. Wow, what a crazy way to lose. You guys fucking suck in the corner. I was literally so confident that 2 different players could handle a single ball, and yet in GC3, we can't do it. Oh my God, what a great way to ruin my mood. I'm right off the rip. God damn, dude. A game suggestion for me would recommend The Evil Within 2. Okay, there you go. Already done with 3s for the day, chat. Then you gotta sell? Nope, because I'm not playing 3s. Have you guys seen that statue? Do you guys see that statue that got planted in the middle of the desert that the Game Awards keeps teasing out? And it's like some cryptic thing that no one knows what game it's hyping up. The problem is with marketing like that is that there's only 2 ways it can go. It's either an insane drop for like Bloodborne 2 or some insane sequel to a game that everyone loves and everyone's like, oh my God. Or it's like a mobile game that no one cares about and it goes away within like a second. And I'm just kind of fascinated by that idea of like, yeah, there's really no other situation. Because the issue is that anytime you do something cryptic, especially if you're like a mobile game, like some random game, and you're like, oh man, what could this be? People are gonna be like, wow, Elden Ring 2? It's like, oh, well now we gotta hope our game is as cool in concept as the sequel to like one of the most highly rated games in the past like 5 years or whatever, you know? Sponsored by Raid Shadowlit. No, exactly, that's what I'm saying. 58 points to you. 58 was crazy. Weeds, I was losing my mind on that game. Literally, I saw I saw you both in the corner, and I'm like, all right, well, you don't have that angle. Teammate will have it, and so I turn around to like reposition and keep my momentum, and then suddenly ball's just like on target, and I'm like, why? Like, what's going on here? I was losing it, dude. I was like, oh, I hope you get into it. But that is so much of like what threes is nowadays. The skill level of that game mode has like gone down such a drastic amount. It's so sad. Like it gets into this territory of like a lot of plays that is like the exact phenomenon. If you guys watch my stream enough, that you'll see. I'll be like, all right, teammate should be back. 1 second later, wait, what? And then the ball goes in. Like that is something I say probably verbatim, like 20 times a stream. I was trying to just lightly tap that. I didn't realize I was going that fast. That games with like 58 points in 6.5 minutes is crazy. Hey, they touched the ball 29 times, all right? That's a lot. These guys are crashing out really hard on the other team. They're having just as bad of a day as I was at the end of that threes game. There it is. There's the abandon. I was waiting for it. No shot. This guy's playing through an abandon. Does he even realize? Average Rocket League experience? Yep. Thank you for not scoring full port. No shot. You're going for an airable bump when you're solo. This is so cringy. I'm just gonna demo this guy. Yeah, I'm like, if you're gonna actually force me to play this out, dude. Nelson, you're in a world of hurt if you think like that IRL. What? I thought that was a fight. I thought that was a fight thing. You're in a world of hurt if I saw you in real life. I don't think that's one style of toxic player I've never actually personally experienced. The player who actively threatens to fight you in real life. I'll find you and I'll give you a gift. Aw, Dinah, thank you. Evening taquitos. Hey, Shadu. Drewski! Oh my god! My goat! Because they're all kids? I mean, yeah. Nah, that can't be real Drewski. He would never miss an aerial. I saved. Never mind, that is my goat. He would save that. Because they're all kids, can't do anything IRL. I mean, it's like, if you guys see that gif of the dogs barking on the other side of the gate, and then someone opens the gate, and they just kind of stare at each other and go, and give that little, like, oh face. That's what I imagine online conflict is like. Everybody acts tough when you're 4,000 miles away. Oh, horrible recovery on that. Oof. Had absolutely no forward momentum to carry through in that. I like how I go all the way to the corner and then don't grab the boost. I don't know what's wrong with me lately. There's so many boosts. That was a ball I wanted to give to my teammate, but I didn't do that. They're so funny. That dog gif is like literally like timeless and like internet memeing. Oh, damn. Because it's exactly how that stuff works. But then you have actual people being like really creepy. Like when you live in North American society, you can't be doing stuff like there was a guy I remember, they got in like some fight or whatever at before the LA Major or something that was at SoFi, at the YouTube Theater or whatever. And they were literally like telling people like, if I see you at LA, like you don't want to go there. Like I will like basically like, I might bring like a gun basically. And it was just like, I remember seeing that on Twitter. I'm like, I do not care how high stakes it is. No twos game is worth this. EU is worse in terms of toxicity. I mean, at least with the EU, there's a chance that you're not even speaking the same language. Imagine the line from a movie says, I will find you and I'll give you a gift with the same intensity. Like the movie, Taken? It is from Taken. You think of it as a Christmas movie? I don't think that movie takes place during Christmas. Die Hard is technically a Christmas movie. Nice arrows, you must have taken time to get good at them. That's what ranking up is. The extent of that is dick size competition. I mean, in a way, yeah. Are all players' definition of bark? But I mean, all esport players or comp game players are bark no bite. Oh, buddy. Most obvious arrow, 2015. Friday after next? Huh? I don't know if those French girls always say like they like my baguette too much. Wait, what the? What are you saying, Sid? Badger, no! Oh no! You've become just like all my other teammates. Making plays you don't really have to commit to. Wait, buddy, you were back post and you jumped? Oh no, his brain's truly gone, chat. Hold on, what was he doing here? Oh, he was not back post. He went into goal and then Squishy saved it on a double tap? I mean, his brain is still gone, just not in the way I thought. Ooh. Hey, web slinger. Ooh. Wanted to see if they would protect that. Yeah, I'm like, I'll just take the touch here. A bit of delicate. Ah, couldn't get around that. Wow, what a game until we immediately gave it away. Unfort. Most toxic RLCS player? I don't really think many of them are toxic. I think they're competitive, but I don't think they're actually like toxic people, you know? I think there's competitive trash talkers, but like from all accounts, like people don't have beef with Zen, even though he definitely talks the most shit in my mind compared to a lot of people on stage. I'd say maybe the Brazilian players probably talk a lot of shit. Rise, I would have to say, probably. I'd probably say Rise would probably be the biggest trash talker that I've seen. I mean, bro lives in Portugal and he learned Portuguese just so he, a bit more. So, not only because he lives there, but because, I think to make him better at trash talking the SAM players. How should I get better as a very mechanical gold 3? Hey, buddy, fun fact. If you're a very mechanical gold 3, you wouldn't be gold 3. You should probably work on actually hitting aerials instead of trying to learn how to flip reset. First killer's dad, that's the correct answer. Crazy that the biggest legacy of First Killer's career is that his dad kind of hamstrung his first couple years as a pro. Whoa! Well, chat, I'm officially suspicious if this is a bot. Never mind. No bot would make a save that bad. Common riddles. Yeah, but the thing is, like, that's the thing. When you say toxic, I don't think toxic includes when you're trash talking in game and then you're nice out of it. Like, common riddles are like very good people. Like, they're friendly people. I have talked with them. I've met with them. I've, you know, hung out with them in crowds. All the pros do not hate them. Just in the moment, they like to like trash talk. At least the modern versions. Riddles used to be a little bit more spicy on those takes. He did say, I do remember that really famous moment where I think it was Optic lost to a SAM team on Major, and then everyone was kind of insulting him because he was, he had a tweet a while back where he said SAM is like a dog region, basically, overall. I don't know why I tried to go for a double tap there. I just really feel like I need to warm up with getting an actual nice flipperoonie. Wait, ooh, you were really far behind me. Holy crap, sorry, buddy. Goal? People who trash talk does not mean toxic, in my mind. If you guys are talking about, yeah, who trash talks, oh my god, dude. The COM 20 demo game. I mean, that was the most hilarious moment. And he only did that because at that point, that was the breaking point of basically NRG rules, where, or I think it was squishy rules, where basically anytime NRG would scrim, if you demoed slightly too much from the perception of squishy, they would basically just stop taking a scrim seriously, or they would just stop playing. And Com, someone who demos a lot, was like, this is so stupid. And so eventually when he played NRG, he was like, I'm going to demo them so much because this is something they physically cannot leave. They can't, you know, stop playing in the middle of a game. I'm gonna trap them. Like, you're not trapped in here with, it's like, you think I'm trapped in here with you. No, you guys are trapped in here with me. That's the kind of vibe. That's specifically why that game happened, which is what makes it 10 times better. Because he was doing it because he knew that guy hates being demoed so much. Hey, like, you can't script it better than that. Okay, I'm not saying he has to read my mind, but I have 30 boost. You really thought I was gonna air dribble that all the way out of danger? Oh, whoa, horrible read on the bounce. What do you... He rotated up slightly too fast, so I was like, wait a minute, is he actually gonna give me that? He did not. Common V1 was a menace? Well, yeah. He could afford to be. That's the best comm plays when he's a utility player, like a midfielder. Like filling in the gaps. Yeah, beast mode kind of causing chaos up front. You had Torment kind of holding it back. And then Com just did everything else that was needed. Have you played Mertzy? No, because I live in the United States, and he does not. He was briefly dating someone who lived in the United States, but I never played him when he was visiting the US. I don't think he was even playing Rocket League when he was traveling and visiting her. Hello? Oh, that was a decent turn by that guy. You mean Daniel? No, because V1 was originally Torment, Calm, and Beast Mode. Well, not originally, but that was the golden era. Well, not golden era, but like the most consistent they were. Who is the most chill pro you met? JNaps. But they didn't do anything, what? What do you mean? They won a regional. They also won, oh no, they didn't win EWC or whatever. That was the Daniel one. They won a regional. They had the most hilarious split ever. They finished 9th through 11th, then won the regional, and then finished 9th through 11th again. Was so much better than Torment, despite the fact that they didn't do nearly as well competitively. Like, I'm just saying, like, that Calm Beast Mode team was placing better on average through a lot of those events. Nice. I think if you gave him another year, would have been pretty sick, but unfortunately they were destined to go to G2. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so used to you rotating back. Nice. Oh, he got bumped in the 100. Oh, this is where he balls out. Never mind. Okay. Oh! Please don't get beat on the 50. You're probably fine. Nice, yo. Oh, and that's how we lose on Fort. Teammate had a good arrow on that, but problem is he slowed down halfway through because he was trying to measure it out. You just got to go. Most importantly, you either hit it super, super high or you play for the 50, and he did neither. So, on Fort. That other guy did have a good bump on me, to be fair. It's so cold! No! Yeah, that would bounce horribly too. Sad. Oh, Nox, you just wanted the finish so bad, didn't you, buddy? Your second most watched YouTuber of the year? Let's go. Whoa! I went and jumped too early on that. I ate my jump halfway through. That was terrifying. Don't know why I thought that guy would not try to demo me. bot? Nice. Cool. Hey, buddy. This app, yes. The Twitch app. Hello, badogs. I'd been care about teammate. Double? No. No. Oh, wow. I actually, at first touch was so much lighter than I anticipated. Hence why I got a horrible follow. Nox, you just get back? Just get back? You're fine? Nice. Good prediction. I was on YouTube and owner. There's drops. Oh, there are no drops. Actually, there might be drops. I just realized because RCS is today. That's really funny. I didn't even think about that. I just had a clickbait title like every other YouTuber does, or Twitch streamer does. That's funny. Oh my God, there are drops. Oh, Nox, do it to him. Do it to him. Oh, baby. It's okay, too heavy of a touch. Nice. Go through the 7th. Well, enjoy your drops. That's, buddy, what did you think I was doing? He was a great pass guy who's definitely setting up a flip reset. Ooh. Wait, I definitely hit that near post. How, wait, I got that in? I'm genuinely, I was not even trying to shoot that. I was trying to lob it over him. Oh, it deflected. Does that count as an own goal? I guess technically it might. That's funny. Oh no, your stream does qualify? Yeah, I do. Well, yeah, I'm a Epic partner. So I get drops when they are on for Rocket League. I think you're better than Zen. You are correct. UNT legend Lucia on the other team? He says no. I called him UNT legend. Really bad first touch. I'm gonna need you to stream 5 hours. Fine. Yeah, light touch on that. Alright! I was also like, that's not a well-placed shot, but it's a weird one in terms of height. Kev Dog! What's going on? Kev Dog, what's the Northwood roster looking like next semester? Hey, Andrew. How you doing? Enjoying my Friday. Oh. Roster next semester. Oh no. Kev Dog starting lineup confirmed. What? I think bro was waiting for the pass middle, and then I just ended up hitting it past him. I'm sure you've heard some stuff. I know Creams is staying. I thought he was leaving. I heard a rumor that he might have tried to leave, but I don't know if that's true. And I'm also not trying to say like, oh, by the way, pass around. It's more so just like I heard there was potentially people trying to poach him. Wait, if I had literally any boost. I heard Cream is staying, Hockey's graduating, and I think Sunil's going somewhere. And I think I know where. I think I got it leaked to me that I know where, but that's not public knowledge yet, so. You were both on the back? What? No announcements yet? Fair. It's funny because all these players are so secretive about their roster changes and all their announcements or whatever, and then randomly Gusky will come in and be like, yo, by the way, we got Kazi. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, yeah, roster's gonna be me, Kazi, Ryo. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, great. Now I know. But someone else is like, I'll never tell. First major domino to fall, though, Arju from St. Clair. That was something we were waiting for. Oof. Nice. Not the Arju stuff for too long. I mean, I know from talking to Speed a couple months back about like where he saw like Arju going, where he saw other pros, and they all talk to each other. So, oh, he said I'll go for it 3 times. I have no idea what he meant by that. He didn't go the pass buster. Apparently it was supposed to be locked in, but St. Clair was blocking it hard. Oh! Genuinely, if you gave me that read 100 times in a row, I think I would miss it one of those times, and that was the one. I don't know how I don't even get a single piece of that. I think part of me was thinking that was a 50. So I was like, oh, I should probably get around this one and kind of like flip cancel the approach. Oh my gosh. Bro just went. Ooh, what the? Buddy. Ooh, that guy liked to wait. He's a waiter. Don't go, Badger. That's a trap. All right, trying to stay close. A little bit 50 there. Job, Badger. Just 10 more seconds. There you go. I had to look down, see if Lucia was going, and I'm like, I'll go if he doesn't. If he is zooming up, then I just have to take a 50. Just tap it. GG. Yeah, apparently like that Arju move was like something that was gonna, they pitched them in like end of the year last year, and St. Clair was like, absolutely not. And they got super ridiculous about it and super pushback, and so that's why it didn't happen until this semester, where I think it just kind of got to a terminal velocity, and they were like, you can't keep him from transferring, sorry. Monkey Yeeps, do you remember me? No, I don't think I know that username. Keep in mind, if you change your username, some people do that. There are always so many people coming to stream and like, remember me? And I'm like, no, they're like, oh, I guess that makes sense because this isn't my original username. And I'm just like, then why would I know you? But he walks in, hey, do you remember me? And I'm like, no, I don't. It's like, oh, sorry, I had surgery to change my face and my voice and my height and everything about me. Oh, well, that's probably why I didn't recognize you, buddy. Because literally everything about you is different. Didn't expect him to throw that right at me. What is happening? This is the weirdest game I've ever been a part of. Remember me? Oh, that makes sense since I was reincarnated as a gerbil. Little squeak. The CM Punk dude? That does not narrow it down, dude. You are not the first person to say that I look like some wrestler. Oh, good double. I don't want to sleep, daddy YouTube. Why calling YouTube daddy? Second of all, you don't have to sleep. I'll text the Northwood stuff on Discord. Thank you, Kev. I tried to talk to Slew, but Slew did his job and didn't tell me, which is kind of jank. I'm not leaking it. I'm just trying to gather the intel. I'm trying to be shift, you know? Oh. Okay. I didn't hear him. There's no way. There's no fucking way you're rotating back. What is that? That took you 90 minutes. You went to the corner? Okay, to be fair, yeah, he probably thought I was gonna try to keep that close or whatever, but I'm like, why, if it's a 2v1 and I'm getting back to save the first shot, are you leaving me to then take 9 more minutes to get back into rotation? Oh, man. Half my playstyle there was because I was like, oh, well, that guy's literally driving straight back to goal. All right, time for me to speed it up here. Let's play for a 50. What is this? Oh my goodness. Send it to you? Thank you, Kev. Faking? Go? Go? Nice. Well, not like that. Yeah, I was like, that's not gonna work. I'm gonna have to cut that again. All right. Oh, so teammate, if you grab that 100, you're gonna have to use it. He like single jumped and then just kind of stood still. Oh. Sure. If they don't put me back in the basement, why would you be in the basement? Let's just assume car change would change everything. It's a grand champ. Congrats, Brady. First step of many. Don't touch my ass, but it's right there. Why is everyone unable? There was a guy actually that went to we had a bar on the street outside of my apartment in college, and I remember we would go and just kind of dance with our girlfriends, like me and my roommates. And there's this one dude one day who for some reason was like a couple drinks in, and he kept trying to pinch our butts. Like he would just like walk up to random guys and try to like grab their ass basically. And the first time he did it to me, and I kind of just looked at him like, and he just like was like, oh, haha, and his friends were like kind of laughing, and I'm like, yeah, let's not do that, dude. And he just goes, oh, okay, whatever. And then he did it to my other friend John, who's shorter than me and, you know, pretty scrawny as well. And it's just like, all right, well. And he's like, also, don't do that, dude. Seriously, that's weird as hell. And then he does my friend Harry, who, keep in mind, is built like a frickin' linebacker. This dude is massively jacked. And immediately grabs his wrist, and he twists his finger. He said, stop. And he ended up fracturing his finger. And I think the only reason that he didn't report it as a crime or assault or whatever, because he knows he'd have to admit that, hey, why did your hand get grabbed? Oh, because I was trying to grab a random stranger's ass. And he caught me, and then... Ooh, nice pass. Nice pass, upfield. New lore, yep. Taco's dark in here. They steal my credits, they make me watch 24-hour stream. Okay, very weird. If you have a coworker, that's an HR problem right there. Oh my god. Yes, way to say strong teammate. Let's go. Can I get a shout out? Hello, L Team Cool. No, but I hate people like that who just get all weird, especially. Also, like, I'm of the theory that a lot of people go by the idea because it's a lot easier to cope with. Oh, but like, you know, people do weird stuff when you're drunk. No. Drunk actions are sober thoughts. The guy who's grabbing women and, you know, being touchy and handsy and feely, they want to do that day to day. They just have the self-restraint not to. But when you're drunk, you literally lose that, you know, executive functioning and that self-restraint. So in my mind, whenever I see people like that, they're immediately like, yeah, I don't trust you as a person anymore, sober or not. That almost worked. Cheeky, cheeky. Nice 50. All right, I saw him peel out wide. Nice, top corner. What a finish, teammate, let's go. My wife's always there too. Ugh, it's even grosser. Can I get a shout out? Hello, Kobe. Got that? Flick? Only putting that a little bit behind because it's a weird read for him. That was me being a little too cheeky. I knew they were both compressing into the goal, and I was just like, teammate is on 0 boost and still on 0 boost. It's kind of scaring me. Oh. That's why you need to grab pads. That's why I need to grab pads. How would his teammate have under 20 boost for about 45 seconds? He missed every single pad in the midfield. I don't even understand how that works. Okay, that was a very risky challenge, but I wanted to get around him. Oof. No, not the double. I didn't mean to do that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. The test situation, everything about Sky doesn't know is just magical. Sky doesn't know? What? I think if I had as a bot, bot. They keep like leaving the ball at random moments. Wow, good 50, okay. Honestly, probably could have just carried that over him. Seeing Euro Trip? No. What the recovery, what the heck? I shouldn't be passing to a bot. Bot is not playing for a pass. I need to stop doing that. Uh-oh. Not sure why you dove in on that. That was a really bad challenge by that guy. I don't think he was looking at me. I think he was looking at his teammate. Because he kind of just went in. I feel like Eurotrip is familiar. I feel like I would recognize it. I think I would recognize Eurotrip if I saw a scene from it. I think I probably know a scene or so, referenced or something, or some random Watch Mojo clip or whatever, like movie clips dot whatever on YouTube. Plus SSL? Nope, not even close. This is legitimately not even close. That's okay. I don't know, a lot of those movies are just like frat bro movies that I'm never really a fan of. Same with like American Pie. Those are not really movies I'm super interested in. I don't think they're bad. I'm just like, there's like a certain genre. Same like Harold and Kumar, stoner comedy. Like, never really saw those. I'm like, whoa, this is so crazy. I'm just like, I'm good. How game's been? We played one game of threes and decided to never do it again, so now we're playing twos. Myself and Ween got a teammate that had 58 points after a 6.5-minute game. High school stoner comedy era, but it feels like less fart jokey. That's the thing, is like the fart jokey aspect is just not where I'm like, I'm good. Yes, yes, King, yes, AFK, yes, Q a rank game and then not to play. All right, cool. All right, Jerry. I've scored 1,000 points in a rank game. Oh, Preston, asserting dominance right there. That's what that's called. Is Eurotrip the one where they're in a drinking contest near the end of the movie? In a giant bar? Sorry. I thought teammate had enough momentum to get there. The doctor is on a 10-stream streak, and I think he typed something, but it didn't come through. Orwell would have loved with something. Manchester United supporters group from Ohio. That's just Manchester United supporter, those. No drinking contest. They do end up drinking absinthe and having a rough night. What am I thinking of then? I'm happy to have never had absinthe, and I don't think I ever really want to. I've also never had grain alcohol, and I think I'm good for that. I'll stick to my Jack and Coke. That's unfortunate. He did the hard part and then he held it. Do you speak taco? I don't even know what language taco would be. Is it like a Pokemon where I just say taco over and over? Andy Serkis is directing an adaptation of Animal Farm. It's apparently filled with fart jokes, something I'm sure Orwell would have loved. Andy Serkis is directing a movie with fart jokes? I feel like he's too serious of a person to do that. Like, he can be comedic, but I feel like he's like a dramatic actor. It's kind of weird. Also, 1984, or Animal Farm feels like not a kid's movie. Despite it being animals, like the whole lessons of the whole lessons of Animal Farm are not really, well, I feel like if you tone down the inhumane, well, that's kind of what a pun. If you tune down the horrific aspects of the swine over time, maybe it could be kid-like. Chrissy Napoleon, exactly, like, falls down. Oh no! That's not a fast arrow, uh-oh. I'm a little worried about the skill level on display here, chat. Oh. That's fine. That's fine. What are you doing? Even funnier if you don't know what Animal Farm is and you just think we're referring to Napoleon Dynamite. Eat your ditty, fat lord. That's how it genuinely feels like watching like certain movies. Like that was the thing that I thought was so jarring. I think I told you guys this about stream. I watched randomly, me and my ex, she had never seen the Scooby-Doo movie, despite loving Scooby-Doo growing up. And I was like, wow, you never seen the live action Scooby-Doo? Like, I thought the movie was kind of fun. Let's see how it holds up. And I remember watching it and I'm like, this is actually has the same vibe as like, you know, some of those kid shows you grow up with where you're like, yeah, obviously it's not meant for me, but like, this is like the jokes still land. There's like some fun kind of like meta humor about the damsel in distress trope and whatever, and like strong independent woman, and also all these like kind of fun aspects, characters with like kind of Mr. Bean coming in and whatever, Rowan Atkinson. And I'm like, there's a lot of really fun like dynamics here. But then just sprinkled in randomly, there'd just be so many moments where they're like, all right guys, we're gonna need a 4-minute monologue about fart jokes. Like we're gonna have to have 2 characters have a fart off, all right? And I'm just like, that took me out of the movie so hard. It like literally grabbed my immersion, was like, because I'm just like, oh right, this is a kid's movie where they had a quota or whatever. Never did Pokemon, maybe did. I was actually more of a Yu-Gi-Oh person than a Pokemon card person. All right, chat, I'm gonna chalk this game up to the fact that I saw a manual aerial earlier and it was not a fast aerial despite being GC2. So just gonna assume is another boosted player. All right. Zoctor, thank you for the gift sub to Verdsky. He is 959. He is officially 41 away from 1,000 gifted subs, chat. Poggers. Are you challenging me, Scuba? No, exactly. Like that scene is just so like, what? Like just like, it just all of a sudden I'm like, oh right, this is a kid's movie. And I feel like when you're watching other movies that are like meant for kids that I respect, like personally, I think one of the I would say potentially my GOAT for superhero movies, and also just in general a great thing, is The Incredibles. I think The Incredibles is a obviously made for kids animated feature, but it's a really good story. It's a good villain. It's like it has a kind of goofy jokes, but ultimately like humor's solid. Acting is solid. Just everything is like mature, takes you seriously, all that stuff. But like when you have like certain movies where it's like you have to have a fart joke, you have to have a thing where someone's slipping and sliding all over and it's like like all these like weird cartoon things. I'm like, is that really what elevates your comedy? I'm sure kids laugh at it, but I'm just like, I don't know. I'm sure they would laugh at other decently crafted jokes. Using Pixar examples is like cheating. Well, I mean, they just do a lot of planning on every story. That's why their movies take so long to put out, because they're storyboarding that thing forever. Not you peeling off the aerial halfway through. Oof, I think I'm already done with this one, chat. Buddy migrated over, converted. I don't know who LaPhantom is. I feel kind of bad. He says, Taco, it's me. Oh, you went for that? Not sure why they turned for that. Zootopia also in my team. Zootopia is very solid. I like it. My favorite of the kids movies that have adult subtext you miss as a kid, but are almost risque. Disney has a lot of really risque jokes just kind of thrown in there that you're like, I think SpongeBob had like a good balance. I think the reason why SpongeBob is really rewatchable is that there's a lot of jokes that like land just because they're like about a relatively human experience, but like you appreciate them more as an adult. Like I think a best example of the hardest I've ever seen my mom laugh while watching something with her was the SpongeBob episode where they're trapped in the Flying Dutchman ship, and they're like, but the door is locked, and the only way out is through the perfume department, and they have to run slow motion while like people are spraying. She was like sobbing laughing. I've never seen my mother laugh that hard at anything. And she was like that. She's like, Jeff, that is so insanely accurate. And I'm like, yeah, it's funny because it's animated really well and just has these goofy expressions, and obviously the slow-mo of them like going, like, and all that is really goofy. But then she's like, from like an actual like woman's perspective, she's like, yeah, when you go to the perfume department, these people are aggressive as hell. Those salespeople are just spraying you like crazy. It's not fun. And I'm like, yeah, and that's something that as a kid, I would not really understand. That's an insane save. Okay. You're good, you're good. I still quote that whenever I'm helping someone parallel park or something. Don't worry, Captain, we'll buff out those scratches. That, honestly, a lot of that episode is pretty banger. The nihilistic star imprisoned in the Mario movie. That is pretty dark. I don't remember the lines, but I remember seeing it like, what? I forgot that there's a Super Mario movie that's actually like funny and high budget. Who produced that, DreamWorks? The Mario Bro TV show? What? I mean, there was a cartoon a while back, but I don't remember watching it. My parents won't let me watch SpongeBob because of the graphic sponge nudity. Firmly grasp it. I don't know why I tried to do that. Please, Ariel. Oh, teammate, you need to not rotate up? Okay, cool. You went for that? All right, teammate, all you gotta do is not lose. Nice. Okay, we're good. The live action Mario where Bowser's a T-Rex. Just dog movie. Noise. I don't know why I turned away. That's a goal. All because I turned away. My bad. I don't know why I turned away. I honestly thought he would take a little bit more time. I wanted to grab a pad. I didn't think he would just send it immediately. The live action predicted 9/11. I'm sorry, what did you say to me? Oh no, ceiling bounce is sad. That's really not good. Teammate needs to hit that. Ooh. thank God. Oh, wow, you chowed not at all when I thought you would. Kind of off acting, way too much plumbing. Wait, what? What? Oh, they're underneath him. That's a really good touch. Hey, touch it forward, touches its side. Okay, well, that's not gonna work. Appreciate teammate leaving that. Zach, they have a gifted sub. I love the idea there. I love the idea there, though. Oh. Had to lean back really far to make sure that wasn't, like, just straight off the sidewall. I don't think he was looking at me. I think he was trying to demo the guy behind me, or bump the guy behind me. All right, teammate, you got it. Oh. 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 Oh my God. That guy, I think, tried to backboard it, and then he just completely, like, biffed it based on his immediate whiff. And that scared the crap out of me, because I'm like, oh wait, I don't have that read. Nice save. All right, we're gonna buy a little bit of time here. Sick bump, okay. Oh. Okay, can't grab that. Cloud casually gets a double reset with minimal boost. Kind of wild. Okay. How long do we think this game's going, chat? I think about LeBron losing a streak. To give it up for an open 3 to Rui is pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's an insanely good streak. Like, the next highest player is like 300 or something, so it just shows, like, that is one of those records where I'm like, I just don't foresee that being broken. There's so many, like, tiny things that can go wrong in a game for a player to lose that streak. Like, people think it's like, oh, it's only 10 points. Like, for high-level players, it's not, like, really that hard, right? And I'm like, well, if you think about it, like, what happens if you get injured in the first quarter and you only have, you know, 3 buckets or whatever? It's sad. The only sad thing is that, like, I'm glad that he lost the way he did. It would have been really sad if they lost that game, because LeBron was, like, 5 for 17 from the field or something, and I'm just like, man, what a horrible way to, you know, lose your streak, shooting under a third of your shots in. No, thank you. Back. Ooh, I shot it behind him and it didn't work. Ooh. Want to stay in his blind spot a little bit there. Nice. What a flick. That's not good. I think he might have that corner boost. Nice clouds. Did not know how much boost he had, I'm not gonna lie. I thought he was running out. How much do you have here? He grabbed... Really good padding. Okay, well, never mind. Good game. LeBron just had an insane Iron Man streak. He's performing an insane level while avoiding injury. I mean, he's starting to get really fragile lately, which is kind of sad to see. All right, chat, I'm gonna have a Chips Ahoy cookie, all right? It will heal us. Hey, Clouds. Sorry we couldn't pull that one out. I had an open shot at one point. I tried to cross him up, and of course he backflips and perfect saves it, and I'm like, well, we'll get the next one. Whoa, that's a surprisingly high flick. All right, we'll take it. You call me my dog's name for 4 streams? That's crazy. I don't really play to win anymore. Damn, that's crazy. Bro's playing that well, and he's like, yeah, I'm just sticking around. I'm texting my girl while playing with my feet. Ooh, I like the part where I completely give it up. All right. Hey, so teammate, I'm gonna need you to cover that. He was like casually going back into the near post, turned around a corner. I was like, Ooh, I'm sorry, but that's unsavable. I just Euro stepped that guy. Boop. Frozen. 2 still lost, run it back. It's been a while since we played. Oh, Phantom, that was you? I had no idea that was you. You were like, oh, Taco, what's up? And I'm like, I don't know who this is. You change your name around a bit. Unless you're not Winthrop Phantom, then I genuinely don't know who you are. I apologize. Nice. This is too logical, reasonable to enjoy. Yeah, but you need to be more rage-filled. Eric E. Eric H. King of Rage. King of Rage. Step into the cage. No longer wash? Because I hit an open shot? I would hope that it would take more to unwash a player. That was me. Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, wait a minute, hold on. His name is Phantom. Oh my god, we are actually just pooping on these people's foreheads. You won't hear the end of it because he broke your headphones. Smash it. Wait, did Erich smash his headphones in rage while you guys are playing party animals? While you guys are playing competitive Uno? Oh. I saw the guy go on the ceiling and I'm like, honestly, I don't even know if I need to flick this. Oh, teammate was poached up on the wall. I was like, oh, do you want to lob? I can lob that. Zadok, Angie, and I were doing RLCS calls. I mean, you can't actually expect to get out of that game alive, you know? Here, we'll play it. We'll play a little with Phantom. Throw me an Epic account. Okay, I can't uncheck threes. I guess we're just gonna queue it. Decal name? I think they're major decals from last season. Went to OT of lower finals. Lower finals, game 3 on it. Really? That's actually insane. Let's go. That's really hard to do. I know a lot of players get eliminated day 1. It's kind of low in threes. Well, I guess we'll find out if we can actually play threes. I was playing horribly in match spike day 2 and I spiked my headset. Well, I think, okay, that kind of makes more sense. If you're playing kind of with Angie and Doctor, you're playing for fun, but it also has to be a little tilting to get that close to being day 2 and you're like, wait a minute, hold on. How is that in? I'm sorry, that was just me just lob it on target so I can steal their boost. Sharif's team? That's a pretty good team. Ooh, wait, is this Arsenal? DreamHack champion, I don't know, man. I think this is Arsenal. Why is he in this lobby? Why is he smurfing? Question mark? Nice. 100% Arsenal in the big 17. Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, he's a DreamHack champion. His name is RC, and I'm like, why is he down in 1702s? Unless it's an alt or someone else. That was actually a really good pass. I thought it would be a little farther out. My bad. I think he might be playing with a sub or something. I'm guessing that's what's happening right now. Oh. Whew. He's in ones right now. Who the heck has a DreamHack champion tag then? And who's impersonating Arsenal, I guess? Question mark. Maybe coach or something? Wait, no, I had the double. I'm such a bot. I'll check, oh, nice. Okay, here, let's check the Steam. This guy is... Unless Steam takes 9 minutes to load a player. Okay, well, the view players thing is only taking 9 minutes to load, so I guess we'll never find out. Time for you to die hard in threes. I'll have to get back to threes eventually. Ooh, close one. Hey, All Night Gamer. How are you? It's finally Friday. It is, dude. This week felt very long for some reason. Oh, he went really slow to that 50. I thought he was gonna be zooming. That was also me going for a very stupid play. Taking my time. Not us both going. Keck. No! I almost said the same. I might get to join an esports team. I'm so excited. Congrats, all night gamer. Fun experience being part of a team. Hopefully you vibe with them. Can you get off my jock, dude? Oh my god. Private profile. Who the heck is this with the DreamHack freaking DreamHack champion tag? I'm trying to think how many other people have won a DreamHack championship. I don't think the peeps had a coach. His account is one of those like private Steam accounts where it's literally just the name of the person, their PFP, and that's it. Just look at his epic. How do I look at his epic if he's on Steam? Do I have to be friends with him or something? I don't know. Whoever that is, he's putting a bad name on Arsenal. I know my boy would be doing better than that. He's got a Mass Effect character's PFP. I don't know, man. His ID is Redemption Hound. Do you guys know who that is? His Steam ID is Redemption Hound, which kind of sounds familiar, but I don't know why. I don't think Gimmick plays this game anymore. I'm gonna be dead ass. I have not seen him in ranked in a fat minute. Same with Torment. You know what's crazy about chat? This pre-jump of the flick. Oh, never mind. That guy just didn't want to touch it. Let's see how it is. Oh, that was slow. I thought he was about to just own goal that straight up. Nice. His name on their all track is Squishy's BMS BD. Squishy's baby mama's baby daddy. Does Arsenal even go by RC anymore? I thought it was kind of weird when people don't have their own identity on a social media. Or my favorite is people on Facebook whose like PFP was like a car. It's like, buddy, I know that you aren't a Maserati. I know you're a human named Dave. I mean, if I can't do that, Dave. Well, that's Hal. I want to see that explosion in the middle of the pitch. Has that always been there? Is that how it always looked? That's weird. Okay. Who was a car? Well, I mean, Hal's a ship. But Dave could be a car. But I've met Dave. All right. Oh boy. All right. Well, dude, just close hanged? Close hanged? Does hanged only work for, like, executions? Close hung? Close hanged me. Close hanged. You know what? Sure. God dang it. Get 50. Buddy? That was actually such a wild flick. Not gonna lie, Phantom. Didn't think RC would get back at that time. All right, we literally cannot lose these guys. These are essentially C1s, so let's not throw this game. Oh, man. Well, that works. The fake. Bro was like, oh, he's gonna hit it, and then on the follow through, he's like, oh my god, he's gonna hit it again, and then I didn't. Two totally calculated fakes, chat. Oh? Ooh. Didn't have the read, but I'm like, I can hit it to the side at least. That was stuck between actually getting a good pass and going for a musty off the ceiling, so I'm like, I am Car. Hosky, how you doing? How's life treating you? If you are a car, though, what type of car? Ow. Dingo. Nice to have a job again. Preach! Official graduate next week on to masters. Hey, everyone say congrats to Phantom for his bachelor's. Look at all these graduates. Preach, Husky. Yeah, I'm gripping firmly onto my job right now. Very happy to have a consistent paycheck beyond esports stuff. Starting to pick up in the big 2026. Or at least the end of typically December, January is where esports is pretty dead. It's called esports winter for a reason. But yeah, the end of the year, I've gotten a lot of gigs to close up December, which will give me a good boost in January. Do not let go. Yeah, people actually, I had a kind of an irritating meeting with my boss the other day, and I was venting to people about it, and some people were actively like, yeah, you should probably leave, and I'm just like, I don't think people understand how long. And the thing is like, I understand why people think that. And if this was 4 years ago, I would be looking at other jobs simultaneously. But I'm like, also, I applied to 300 jobs before I got this job. I'm sorry, but I'm just not going back to the job market. I don't even want to apply to a job. I'm gone. That guy, some guy plays United Rogue for Chicago. Wait, that's funny. Does he have a champion tag for DreamHack, though? Bro won DreamHack Sioux Falls in South Dakota. Not gonna lie, Chicago and UR has one of the sickest names. I always thought it'd be a great esports org name, the Chicago Syndicate. And their logo is just like a mob, like a group of like mob guys. Just a fun name, chat, you know? Hi, Soccer Berkey. Oh, I wasn't sure if he was slowing it down. He was aerially kind of slow, so I was like, I can't tell what you're doing. I didn't flip into that. Nice speed. Perfect. Starting to record, they're pretty profitable. I have heard that. Chicago doesn't have any type of association with the mob. Only the Bears. Start a mob. Would you guys come to the streets and riot with me? If I asked. I'll bring the Molotovs. Might be saved. This guy's name is Obese Rizzler. Isn't that kind of like what the Rizzler is already? He is a child that is obese. Sad. I'm with you. Good to no. Okay, there's one. I'm made for the streets. Wait, hold on. I don't think we're on the same page here. Most Smurf name I've ever seen, and yet he's playing like dog. He's playing like Gargamel, am I right, chat? That Smurf reference hitting anyone under 45? I was hoping he would be distracted by the high lob. Good save. Ooh. Taco Man lives on. Hey, Provex. Hate that. Hate that. Love that. Bumped him on the recovery, hell yeah. Oh. Sick bump. Phantom Tony Hawked himself, unfortunately. Did you watch House yesterday? No, I was working, so I did watch literally none of it. I tuned in for like highlights on Twitter, and that's about it. But I do want to rewatch the games back. Heard they're pretty crazy. We had a reverse sweep as the very first game of the season on LAN. Pretty lit. Sure. It was so scripted, bro. Yeah, Manchester City blew it in the biggest moment. Sound familiar? Anyway. Oh. It would be cool to have the football clubs back in. Problem is, FC Barcelona Esports was like a massive scam job, so hopefully if they do it again, they fired all the horribly corrupt esports advisors that they were using. Man, I was actually getting abused on the sidewall there. Perfect sweep, only to get reverse up. That's what I'm saying, like crazy thing to happen. I do want Manchester City to like do well though, because like any big org like that coming in and finding success would be sick. Well, I guess I can't call Man City a big org, but it's, you know, like a big organization generally that is funding it. Alrighty, let's go. Alright, see you, Phantom. GG's. Yeah, let's try some threes, chat. We haven't played threes in a bit. Scope of Man City is much larger than esports. There's an opportunity to bring in a lot more fans. Hope they do good too. That's what I'm saying. Like, just like, because the official Manchester City Twitter tweeted out their esports team, and I was just like, whoa, no, like that's kind of cool. Like, that's a lot of exposure. Because a club like Man City, I have to assume, probably has like a couple million followers on Twitter, probably like hundreds of millions on Insta or whatever. I thought you were memeing. No. Manchester City Esports is a real thing. They bought the unsigned team in Europe, 2 Danes, 1 Bruv. So yeah, it's an actual Man City team, and they unfortunately got reverse swept in their very first series. So. Yeah, if you look up the Manchester City Twitter and scroll for a bit, you'll see a Rocket League post. They're lacking a Norwegian. Yeah, they need a tall Norwegian. Still think it's weird advertising to be named Holland and not be from the Netherlands. I mentioned that yesterday, but. Or a woman. That is true. There's a unisex role. Oh. Holy ghost touch. I'm back. I have a cat in my lap. A good place to be. For some reason, my cat only wants to be on my lap when I'm working and calling someone. So I'm on a call with like a customer. And I'm like trying to talk to him about you know, the current support package and whatnot, and blah blah blah. And then my cat's just like, I'm just gonna crawl on there. And I'm like, nope, stop. And I'm trying to like shoo her off without like saying anything because I don't want to be like let the customer know that I'm not 100% locked into them. But my cat's like, leave me alone. And then for some reason, I don't know, once I start talking on the phone, they're like, oh, cool, so sit. He can't be Dutch in the same world that Max Verstappen exists. That's true. Max Verstappen seems competitive enough that he doesn't want to share that spotlight. Did you guys see? I actually got showed a video that completely changed how insane I view F1. It was a video of the Ferrari team where they were shown audio of the car driving around a track, and just based off the engine rev and like how they were braking and whatnot, they'd have to guess what track they're racing on. And they actually did it, like at least one of them got it correct every single round. And I'm like, that's so crazy that you've memorized those tracks and done so many sim racing laps that just based on like how the engine revs and how quickly they slow down and whatnot, they could like be like, oh yeah, that's turn 3 of Monaco or something. Like, oh, I know that one, that's Austin and da-da-da-da. And I'm just like, that's wild. I genuinely am like, I wonder if I have that level of audio recognition for anything in my life. I wonder if I could do that. I mean, the video is online. You could just open it up and then listen to it and see like, hey, let's see. I don't know how many different tracks you're racing in iRacing. BRB. Yeah, go to the Ferrari. I can actually send you the link. I'll DM it to you. Actually, no, I put it in Discord, I think. It's either in the Racy Boys Discord or it's in the, it's in Sports. The exclamation point Discord, yes. Trying to build the community. Oh. No, that was such an easy setup too. The block. Close one. Nope. It's okay. Nice. Perfect. Ooh, the flick and the bonk. Whoa, that's a shiny frickin' SUV. I think it's like the sequin paint or whatever. Oh. That bounce was slightly further out than I thought it would be. Ah. Okay, we'll get out. All right, gotta work early tomorrow. What? But it's Saturday. a guy says that doesn't work on weekends. All right, hold on. Let me find that clip real quick and send it to the doctor. Oh, it's on Twitter. You have to go to Twitter, unfortunately, to watch this, Zactor. Or I can embed it for you. There you go. I sent it to you. Cozy doesn't work at all from the looks of it. Railed. If I was Cozy, I would be working. He definitely makes enough money from YouTube to be able to afford college. He's making like at least like just in donations like $100 a stream. So if you stream like most days of the week, I mean, that's like fat stacks you're bringing in. On top of the fact that of the views he's getting for his shorts and videos, he's doing great. I actually ended up leaving my college for trade school. All right. Not a bad path. Not a lot of people consider the trades as an option. Hey, Chef. Wait, is it my girl Kira? I don't know if it is. I haven't seen her in a bit. Whoa. Oh, didn't think you'd chow that. He doesn't double that, but we do miss that. Yeah, both those missed that. Trying a way to make my vitriol wholesome. Yep. Hey, local banana. What's up? It's a shame that that Akron gig is not in person. I would love to be able to come down to Akron, shake the banana's hand himself. Shake banana locally. Yeah, the username has never been more accurate. Oh. Bonk. The local bananas in your area, yeah. You guys have hot singles in your areas? I have local bananas. Which could be euphemistic, if you think about it. Nice. That was a bounce no one read. That was a good play. I was trying to sidestep that demo. Why are we horrible right now? Why can't we not touch the ball? Oh yeah, wow, they're really bullying Kira. Holy crap. Considering I haven't seen Kira too much, I think she might have taken time off, so I don't know why they're acting like she's, you know, grinding 500 hours a week. Chef, are you feeling okay? What's going on over there? Or someone was diving in on that. Always a good sign of the integrity of the opponents when they're deliberately trying to bully the only woman in the lobby. Really incel energy, chat. Oh my god, chat, I didn't tell you this. My I don't even know what you call him. I guess just cousin, you know, my little cousin. He's younger than me. He was complaining about school, and I'm just asking him like, oh, you know, what's going on? He's like, well, it's just like, it's so tough. Like, he's like, well, you're older, so you don't get like what dating is in like this era. I'm like, well, buddy, what do you mean? I'm not like 70. I'm not in the retirement home. Like, I date still. He's just like, well, I just like, I don't know, man. Like, just like, I don't get girls. It's so hard to like understand what they need, and therefore it's like, yeah, I've just been single for a while. I've never had a girlfriend. And I'm like, oh man, that's okay. And I'm telling him to like take his time and, you know, like, you know, get stuff going. But then like also he like straight up is kind of like an incel, like online like keyboard warrior, where he's like, all girls are kind of skanky and they only want bad boys or blah, 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 like something like that. And I'm just like, buddy, I think I figured out why you can't date anyone. You're chatting with these women, and within 5 minutes you're trying to quote frickin' like incel propaganda at them. Of course they don't want to be able to go on a date with you. I tried to explain that to him in the nicest way possible, and he's like, I don't think that's it. And I'm like, that's hilarious that I'm actually having to like to try to like work that through. You would understand, Hug. No, seriously, that's like exactly what he was giving me. He was just me like, I don't know, man. I don't think you really understand the broader spectrum of things going on here. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Those types of people are helpless at a certain point. Bonk. Ooh, close on. You know, tell him that chapter 1 of Understanding Woman is always going to be 472,000. I mean, the thing is, you don't have to understand woman. You just have to be a normal, not weirdo freak. And when I say that, I'm not being reductive at all. Like, legitimately, I am not being reductive at all. Everyone's like, whoa, yeah, don't be weird, but how do you know what? No. If you're a nice, earnest dude who can take a joke and deal a joke, you're great. If you're a guy who casually is like, I think you shouldn't vote, and also you're probably a slut, they're gonna be like, okay, and then walk away, and you're gonna be like, oh, I don't get it. All those guys whose business model relies on me being perpetually single were wrong. It's almost like they don't have good advice. When's Claire? I don't know, I've never dated a Claire. There was a girl who was in my friend group in high school named Claire. She was always really cute, but she was dating my friends. Well, she dated like one of my friends, and then she like kind of almost dated like a lesser friend. You know, like a second tier friend where you're not best buds with them, but you're like friendly with them. And I never really got to know her like super well compared to everyone else. And then I apparently went back on Facebook like a year ago, and she's a weirdo. She's turned into a real freak, chat. That's all I'm saying, and not in a good way. I did have one girl turn into a lifestyle influencer on my Facebook, and it's really funny to watch that progression. She's like the type of person who goes like, oh my God, guys, I love this candle. Look at this candle. Anyway, link to my Instagram, and it's also my blah, blah, blah page. And also here's my Pinterest board to be able to follow along with the stylings of da-da-da, which is like her themed product recommendation bit. And I'm like, this is super funny that this is your career. Because knowing her back then, we even had a joke that she would do something. She was like, you're gonna be on QVC. That's exactly the vibe I get whenever you get into like a super like chipper mood. And then she basically became the modern version of QVC. Oh my God, guys, the sale on these cinnamon stick candles will not last long. Pair super well with this gorgeous wreath. Only $17.99. Oh, nice. I like Claire's considering getting it. I'm digging it. It's on sale, I think. Still, if you go to Loaded GG, I think it was like 47% off when I got it, and I was like, hell yeah. I've been the same with women of 3 years dating. Most relationships nowadays are relationship situationships. Well, okay, so back in the day, I feel like it was still kind of appropriate to be like, you go to the girl you're into and you're like, will you be my girlfriend? And it sounds kind of stupid, but it's like at least a very definitive moment where it's like, yes, I will be your girlfriend. That is what we are to each other, etc. But I agree, like if you look up national statistics for cheating, it's like half of all men have admitted at some point. Granted, I don't know how representative the survey is. I didn't look into their methodology, but it's like half of all men have admitted to cheating at one point in their life, and like a third of women or something. But in that part, I started wondering, like, what even is the definition of like they're cheating? Because in my mind, I think it's something that people have like an essence of what cheating is. But when you think about it, a lot of relationships are exactly that. It's a situation where it's like, I know plenty of people, literally one of my best friends in college, Debbie, who's dating my roommate. She was describing how she broke up with her high school boyfriend. And legitimately, as she was describing this guy who I had known only through stories that she had dated, and I always kind of perceived him as kind of like a distant, kind of aloof jerk. I think I figured out later, I'm like, oh, you were never actually dating. Like, he was just like hooking up with you and occasionally getting food with you. And you were like, this is the love of my life. And I'm like, that's really sad that you didn't know that, because you just always assumed, yeah, we're dating, we're together. And he was just like, oh, cool. This hot girl wants to spend all her time with me and, you know, make out with me and all that. And I'm just like, yeah, that's kind of the thing. So when she was describing their breakup, in quotes, I think she was just, she said, I didn't even know we were together. Like, what kind of jackass says that? And I'm like, yeah, that's terrible. But then the more I think about it, I'm like, he genuinely might have been like, wait, what? Like, it's like, wait, we were dating? Hold on. Since when? Looking back, super funny story to like piece together. Like a detective novel. Be like, wait a minute, hold on. With this new information, how does this story sound? Wait, that's really funny. I wasn't even trying. I was going for the bump. It's okay, he's never doubled that in his life. Let's go. Character development? No, that is. But yeah, because of that, that happens a lot. People will get into relationships, and then since they're like, well, we're just casually dating, I'm gonna go on another date with someone else, because I'm sure it's fine because we're not together, obviously. Like, yeah, I've spent a couple nights at her place, but like, that doesn't mean we're dating. And then they go and hook up with someone else, and they're like, oh my God, you cheated on me. And then they're like, what? Because from the perception of one person, it might not even be perceived as cheating because they were like, we're not together. And I think that happens a lot. I will say some people are stretching it. I remember that happened to a buddy of mine where they said the girl was like, yo, I didn't know we were dating. And I was like, well, how long have you guys known each other? That's a good save. And he was like, oh, we've been seeing each other for like 3 months. And I'm like, that's like a little too long, in my opinion, to be doing that and be like, what? We were dating only because we spent 5 nights a week together? And we sleep over at each other's apartments, and I have a room, like a I have a little drawer in your place and a toothbrush, and also I see you every night, and we call every night, and we like hook up every night. We both, and I'm just like, well, yeah, that seems kind of like a relationship, and not like you're just hooking up. Man, we are getting dusted. It feels like it's 5-0, even though it's only 2-1. I don't know what's going on here. Him thinking he can get that is actually the most insane thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm playing through Inazuma Victory Road. Is that a gacha game? Buddy, I had the longest clear. Yeah, slap me. Oh my god. You sat on me. You sat on me, teammate. There's no way you're both there. Oh. Dude. That is why I stopped playing threes earlier, chat. That is exactly why I stopped playing threes. Inevitably, you run into a team that is like pre-jumping each other in full comms, and meanwhile, you're playing with a C1. And it's just like, I don't know what's going on here. I told a girl I loved her. We were dating for about 4 to 5 months. And during the breakup process, she said she didn't know we were a thing. You just have to ask Jeff. No, 100%. Like, that's why I think the modern thing is that you don't have to be what I'm doing, where you're like, will you be my girlfriend? Or are you my boyfriend? Like, type of thing. But I think it is, like, good to have a conversation at some point where you define what you're doing. I think that's, like, a mandatory thing nowadays. I think you have to, like, be in an environment in which you're comfortable enough to have that conversation to be like, hey, like, are we dating? Like, is this, are you down to be exclusive with me? Like, type of stuff. And I feel like once you get to that point, then it's like you've defined what this dynamic is. But some people just don't want to do that, so they just keep existing in this, like, uncertainty thing of, like, do we spend Valentine's together? Or, I mean, do we do that? Like, what? So it just gets this, like, really uncomfortable position where you don't really know where you should be, like, how you should be acting toward one another. And then, yeah, it gets really murky if you start wondering, like, where things are going, and if someone, you know, thinks they're going to casually date, and it's like, yeah, they're going to go and find someone else, which does feel like cheating, but in a way, it's like, is it, if you never find it? But I just had to talk with Taco about communication and relationship last week. Yep. How'd that go, by the way, if you don't mind me asking? You obviously do not have to answer, but you can keep it to a, that's all right. Or, it happens. Yeah, jump. Nice. Nice. Nice, the counter. Went well, we talked lots about it. That's cool. Well, not just about upkeep and keeping each other honest. I think the biggest thing I would recommend to you, as someone who has had to learn this multiple times over and put it in place, is it's not gonna get fixed overnight. The biggest thing is, like, if she continues behavior that you don't like, just kind of do the gentle reminder and kind of get on the same page that, like, it's good to kind of softly self-correct each other when we do stuff like that. Like, it doesn't have to turn into a, you did it again, like, type of thing. It just has to be like, we talked about it. And then it's like, okay, sorry. And then you can kind of slowly recorrect. You said you have to understand this conversation is going to be awkward and uncomfortable and necessary. Yes. Everyone avoids these things because it's horrible, but, like, in a relationship, I cannot tell you how much better you feel after 10 to 30 minutes of awkward conversation or uncomfortably, like, strenuous or stressful conversation, how much better you will feel going forward. Like, your stress level will be so much lower. It is just so much worth. Such worth. Such value. I'm not gonna lie, I thought I had more boost. I went for the 4% double. You would steal that boost. Rose is not what I wanted to eat. Yeah, and also it also reveals a lot about your partner, in my opinion. When I always hated it when I would try to have those conversations, and they were just treated as like, oh my god, you're overreacting. I'm like, the fact that you're already belittling what I'm trying to address means that I don't think you're actually interested in taking this seriously. But also, as you get older, like, this might sound cliche, but, like, I'm trying to date an adult. Like, I'm not trying to frickin' cosplay high school again. I mean, I've broken up with like at least 2 women that for that basically exact reason, where I'm just like, I genuinely, when I'm dating you, it feels like I'm back in like my puberty years, because everything is super high stakes without needing to be. Everything's super immature without needing to be. Like we're in our 20s. Well, back then I was, but like we're in our 20s. Like we should not be dealing with something that feels like high school drama. And it mends itself back. Yeah, exactly. Because if you care about someone, a conversation like that is not gonna like be horrible unless you like don't abide by like respectful dialogue, you know? We're gonna take that. He went for that? Okay. Soda credible. Oh. Not gonna lie, I thought that guy was gonna try to bump me, so I took a wider angle. I did not realize he actually could keep going. Wait, they scored just to leave? Fun. That's not the real Jean scores there. Women like to think that men should play the role of manly man and man up, but your feelings are man, same base feeling, just maybe not exaggerated. Well, I think the thing is like, I don't think women truly believe that you have to be a manly man. I think there's certain women who do believe that. I think it's very cultural as well. Like especially with idea of like for example, my buddy, Adam, he's dating a Mexican woman, and like the idea in Mexican culture of like machismo is like very big. And so like for him, when he gets like emotional, she gets like not like the lesser version of ick, where she's like and gets kind of like irritable with it. And she does like obviously care about his well-being, but there's like this initial reaction of her that she's just like, I don't like that. And it's just like, that's funny. And it's not universal, obviously, no one's a monolith, or no culture's a monolith, but that's like one thing that my buddy told me about. I'm like, I kind of see that. And then I dated some Latinas, and I'm like, yeah, there's some elements of that, a little bit. My girl's Latina? Well, there you go. She's looking for that machismo. Thing is, you don't have to always be super stoked, but at the end of the day, like, you're gonna be sad, you're gonna have moments where you don't like something, and, you know, it's gotta, gotta communicate that. And if you can't do that, then what's the point of dating? Hello, buddy. Oh! Oh my god, I was gonna thread the needle for those guys. Ooh. White Latinas? White Latinas. We're the pale Argentinian, Latinas, Argentinians? They're pretty pale. Best relationships are the ones I didn't expect. It can kind of be fun. I think there's like pros and I think that's kind of what makes a lot of relationships hard though, is like my last relationship was like really chaotic and it got really miserable near the end. But there was a lot of like good parts of it as well. But I think that's kind of the hard part, is you have to understand like, even if there's good parts, like the bad parts definitely can outweigh that at times. Also, as humans, we have a negativity bias, so we're a lot more susceptible to that stuff. It can be good 85% of the time, but those 15% are really bad, then we're gonna remember that. Nice, teammate. Scar, you got that? You got that? Nice. Place it. Nice. Well done. Brazilians, Colombians. Brazilians are not light white. They're not like light. They're pretty like tan, I feel like. At least every Colombian and Brazilian person I've met is pretty tan. Are they that pale? How would you know, native-born Brazilian? I think I'm the expert here, all right? So shut up and listen to my ideas about race and ethnicity. Giselle Bundchen? Who is that? No, just kidding. Wait, she's Brazilian? Isn't she like pale though? Or kind of tan? Ooh. Flip cancel was clean, but couldn't actually get around that in any meaningful way. You gotta go now. Gotta go now. Gotta go now. Gotta go now. Don't let him flick. Nice. Spawn? The Nazis went to Brazil too. What? I feel like I've seen, at least growing up, watching people from Uruguay at the World Cup. They tend to be pretty pale too. Uruguay is the southern more Guay, right? Paraguay is a little bit more like central. Where are you from? I'm from North Guay. Paraguay. Large Oktoberfest outside of Germany is in Brazil. Oh. Nice flick. Okay, I was like, I don't have enough boost to aerial, but I'm like, okay, maybe getting away there. Nice job, Scar. You're so incredibly attractive. Hold on. Listen. That's funny, though. Yeah, I'm not truly a believer in opposites attract, but I do think there are like certain personality aspects that do balance people out in a good way. I'll say there's like 2 relationships in my life that I feel like I genuinely felt like it was like, I think this relationship would have been better if I had met them at a different stage of my life. You know what I mean? Like, I do believe in like a wrong time, right person type thing. Because one person I dated right at the end of my senior year, and they were a junior in college. So I graduated and then moved across the country. And obviously being a fresh graduate, I had absolutely no money to go fly back at any point. So I was like, yeah, we're done. But that was someone that I'm like, who knows what that could have been, you know, if we stretched that out like a year or so. Or actually I was like within like a regional reach of someone. Oh. I didn't think that 50 would perfectly line up with that guy landing. I wish I met this girl in Idaho instead of Florida. What? You don't want to meet anyone in Idaho. Okay, next F. I'm locking in. All right. Ooh, that was such a good flip cancel, but I pussied out on the read. Nice pass. Team should have pushed that. No. Next guy was a good player. I played with him before. We just got to play off him. Yeah, and the other one was my first girlfriend out of college was also... So back-to-back chat, I just realized. Yeah, it's crazy. Those are people that like I met, and I feel like it was like a good relationship, but like at that time in my life, I was like not mentally capable of understanding I was like depressed and really burnt out. And I think at the time I interpreted it as like, oh, I'm burnt out of this relationship, when in reality I'm like, I'm just really depressed, and I think I'm like extrapolating to the other person in my life rather than like looking internally, you know what I mean? Oh, we're not back? Okay, sad. Oh, he was really far back. Oh, never mind. I didn't realize he was that far back. I thought he was like already crossing midfield by the time I was. I don't know why, but my brain just turned off. I was like, I don't flip into that. Wait, I do flip into that. That's a clutch save, chat. Holy. Oh my god, dude. He actually, I read the hype, but I went center instead of far post. Oh, that's a heavy touch, holy. That was exactly what I was trying to do too. I saw him go for the bump and I was like, all right, well, if I hit it lightly enough, it should provide a decent target. All right, gonna need one. Let's go. Didn't mean to dunk it again. He said LMAO. He's like, yeah, what happened here? Boop. He said, sure, take that one. Okay, have a good stream, Dingus. Peace out, Doctor. If I don't talk to you, have a good rest of your Friday. Oh, I just realized he had that last touch. Oh my god, I was playing a shot and he was also like, wait, hold on, are you touching that? Nice. I was gonna finish it if they were there, but they weren't, so I'm like, all right, we're good. So we're good next, Scuff. We just gotta play off their mistakes. Okay. Wow, you really overtouched that on the first one, then you fixed it with a pre-flip. That's probably a goal, unfortunately. Yep. Ah, wow, I did not have to chow that. I honestly probably should have just waited. I should have just posted up on the sidewall and waited him to flick it to me, but I really didn't think he'd be able to get that above me. I thought I'd at least deflect it. Ooh, God, these people are getting the lightest little touch, dude. That's unfortunate. That was a good game by them. Anyway, lesson learned from the chat. Communicate with your ladies. And if you're a guy who's young and trying to talk to the ladies, be normal. That's all I can tell you. Don't be a freaking weirdo. On fort. That's why you play the beat sometimes, chat. Roll it around him, you don't go down the middle. You know he's probably gonna challenge that inside, so play it outside. It's also the best advice when you're playing against someone who just dives in and everything. That's a goal. Oh. Oh, drifted a really good fake chow there right at the end. I was gonna air dribble that. Oh, good catch. No. Spawn? Sad. Go. No! Bro. Ooh, good recovery by drift. I keep forgetting these guys are like twos mains with like actual mechanics. It's very weird. Finish that, please. Thank you. I can't believe I didn't get that double. That would have been such a nice clip. I think that's the only marker I put in this entire stream. It's been a very uneventful stream, chat. Oh, I was trying to go behind him. We've officially streamed the length of my Spotify radio because they make 2.5 hours, and so it's about 2.5. Yep, 2:29. Because this is the song I started the radio with. Oh. No! I didn't get the power I was looking for. Greetings, hey, thoughtful observers. Nice. Yeah, I don't know what Drift is doing there. He was in no man's land. I was just rushing that because I wanted to get a 50. And the moment he did an aerial, I was like, he's actually just not gonna go. He's dropping 2 my faults because he realized how badly he misread that situation. I think he was doing what I have done plenty of times where the ball's near the wall, it's falling straight down. He's like, oh, that's gonna hit the lip and roll out. I'll play that. And then it doesn't roll, and then he's like, wait, dang it. Oh, you got it. Oh, he didn't play that. Okay. It's okay, low 50. No, low 50. Whoa! I don't know what he thought was happening, but the moment he touches this, like that, in my opinion, he hits the brakes and plays that 50. Because I'm like, the moment you take a touch that low on your second, you can't rescue that interval. That is going straight down, 100%. Maybe you might get 50'd over the goal, but it's not going in. All you gotta do is just chill. I don't think teammate understood that. I think from his angle, he was like, oh no, what if he lifts it over me a little bit more? Which is fair, but not really a fear I think you need to have in that moment. Just tap that down real quick. Not exactly the clear I wanted, my bad, teammate. Oof. Not the role I meant to teammate, my bad. Sure. Nice. Will you be upset to hear that I've decided to have tacos for Christmas dinner? No. Unlike what people may assume, I am not an anthropomorphic taco. That I myself am taco. So you can eat people that are named similar to me. I mean, food. You can't eat people. That is not a quote. That is not express permission. I do not give you permission to eat people. What rank are you? This is GC2. Yay! Next scuff, we did it! I like playing next scuff. This guy's a homie. We also definitely deserved to win that earlier, but the game earlier, but I didn't lock in. Oh, we're GC3 again. Never mind. These cookies. I shouldn't have drank them without milk. Do I like dogs? I think of dogs like children in the sense that I like interacting with them. Like it's fun to go into my friend's house and see like their kid and be like, hey man, what's going on? Like interact and have fun, blah, blah. But I don't want to have my own, you know? I like being the uncle. Kind of show up, kind of cosplay as someone who interacts with dogs and children on the regular. And then you're like, all right, peace. I'm gonna give you back to your actual parents. What a touch, my bad. I saw that coming 9 times out of 10. I don't know why I still went for it. Hit a clip and I'll donate. Okay. Does whiffing count? Oh, I was playing the block, but they were also playing the block, sad. And there's goal number, never mind, that's gonna roll really nice. I missed, I was a child, I would always play football with my aunt and uncle. Yeah. Yeah, I like being an uncle to my niece. And I like being like a dog uncle to my friends or whatever, where I can just come over and get to play with their dog. But I've never really wanted to have my own dog. Like cats shed, but dogs like get everywhere. Also, like if you don't have a big apartment, they're kind of like stuck in this really small area, which I never enjoyed. You have to walk them a lot. I understand why people who want to have kids are recommended to get a dog first. But it's obviously not like having a dog is just like having a kid, but it's kind of like the trial run on easy mode of like what it's like to have a kid. And if you're struggling to deal with like the basic responsibilities of being a dog caretaker, then it's like you probably shouldn't have a kid yet. No, that was so easy, dude. I'm trying to like get it around them on the shot, and they're ultimately just like giving me the straightaway angle. See, Scrolls, if you're gonna hesitate to go to the boost, you will get scored on. I saw him there, he was like there. Dog's not meant for small space, especially a puppy. Raising a puppy not going on harder than a kid. I got 2 kids, love plenty of dogs. Yeah, I mean, I live in a 750 square foot apartment, and I love it with my 2 cats. It's great, but like I can't imagine having a dog in here. Especially since growing up, I was always around German Shepherds and I'm so bad at their names. Australian Shepherd, very high energy dogs, but also dogs that need like activity because they're big, or can be. Maybe not the Shepherd, but. That's so funny. Me and teammate both decided to do the exact same thing at the same time. Fun fact, I've beaten Squirrels in every twos match I've ever played against him, so we're getting on each other's team and it's not working, so I'm not really super surprised. Granted, I did have a wide open shot earlier and I missed it, and then I had another shot that I probably could have scored, so can't really blame him on that, but these defenses are kind of hilarious. Close. Oh, okay, there we go. I don't think I can do medium or big dogs. I can't do those small dogs, dude. Like, it's not even like I'm a man. I just have never enjoyed Chihuahuas or those little like toy poodle things or whatever, you know? Oh, what the heck? I lost my flip. That's crazy. I went off the inside of the goal. They're tiny dogs. I mean, my mod on Twitch, Angie, she had a Chihuahua. She called it Rat Dog. RIP Rat Dog. Any dog that sounds like it's like frothing at the mouth. Also, small dog is just hilarious in terms of energy. It's like a demon is in their soul. If you need to come back, I'll tell you, it said, wow, this man really just wants to give me any way to at least make it somewhat feasible. Oh no. Well, I bumped him, that's fine. You can turn on that? Nice. God damn that near post. Oh, buddy, we had a 2v1. I don't think you realized it. Let it bounce. Nice, nice, nice picture shot. Nice. See, that's exactly what you should have been doing. Hell yeah, he's finishing all the shots I can't. All right. See, chat, that's what happens. You insult your teammate, and then suddenly he becomes a god down the stretch. We can do it. Now it's time to facilitate, chat. Let's play defense. We'll take OT. Where you at right now? 1730. Somebody got 1800 for the first time. Congrats, man. Easy clap. Man. I had to jump over that demo, so I couldn't get the lift on that initial jump. Uh-oh, is he gonna do it to him? Reset? There's no way you're catching up to me right now, holy. Oh my god, they're gonna let him double. Oh my god! Oh my god! That's so stupid! That's no shot that they allowed that. I can't believe they didn't jump for that guy's double. Like, you're just gonna let the guy who scored 3 goals straight get an open double? Oh no. 4 goals unanswered in 2 minutes, chat? Banger. Well, congrats on 1800 though. That's very cool. A different Phantom. Phantom, what's the point of the Muse symbol if the end of your username already has a blank space after it? Hey, thank you for the Canadian $7. I think in US money, that's not $7.
That's the comeback. Man shrugging emoji.
Thank you so much. W comeback. I honestly, buddy, I was doubting it. I was not happy. I was thinking like, oh man, we're really selling. I'm leaving you alone. You can't make saves. I can't make saves. I'm missing all my shots. And then you start finishing. I'm like, don't worry. I literally said like, I don't have to finish because he's just gonna finish everything. I'm glad I got the redemption for that wide open shot after you gave me the double. Oh, speaking of redemption. Nice. You cut that hard? Yes. Idiot! Fool! You thought you could slow play on me? If it doesn't let you end with a space? Well, yeah, but that's the thing. Why would you need to add the space? Like, I've seen people add spaces in between their gamer tag. Or like they'll add it like at the end of a, like, I don't know, they'll just add in the middle to add a bunch of spaces. The thing is, if you're trying to end with a space, why? I bet that guy did not mean to touch it like that. Bonk. Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, that guy actually might beast on me because I don't know how fast he's actually dropping on that. And he did, because I didn't jump fast enough. That's an insane, I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of an insane setup he just got. He had like a flip cancel front flip into just a perfect catch and carry. I didn't expect it to be that smooth. Smooth like a dolphin. I feel like a dolphin's like more, it's like a faster undulation. Something like that, I don't know. I can't do a dolphin. Oh, oops. Free jump? Oh, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Oh no, chat. All right, let's try that again. I kind of wish you left that, but that's okay. Oh, man, I missed the corner boost in that steal. That's crazy. All right, you're turning for that, I guess. A lot of whiffs in this lobby. Holy. Holy! Send it. Nah, that was really harebrained. I don't know why I did that. Man, this guy at these last second touches, that was all on me. That was a really stupid play. I tried to get a redirect, but then I was like, wait, first of all, if I hit that low, it's just a counterattack because there's no shot my teammate with no boost is going to be able to 1-2 that. Honestly, I could have probably back passed it. I could have just like tapped it still, and with 0 boost, you could have just kept going, but. Ooh, okay. Hey, Phantom, what have you caught that? Oh, buddy, I asked if you want to catch it. I thought I cut that pretty early on. Ah, that was gonna catch it. Rose might get beat here. It's fine. That guy was not the one I thought would shall. What? I don't think he was that close in the pre-flip. No way. Freebie. What an avoidable mistake. This dude could have aerialed this anywhere. He had 80 boosts and he tried to freaking, I guarantee he was trying to double that or psycho it. I was just like, why? That's such an unnecessary risk. Happy Friday, sir. Happy Friday to you, String Daddy. Oh, have you guys heard of Kabuto King? The guy who's trying to get all the first editions of the Kabuto Pokemon card? He's like cornering the market on all those Kabutos. Oh, I froze my cheeks off today. It was a cold one. How cold is it for you? Dallas is like kind of like annoying cold, but it's not cold cold. That's funny. No, but that classic mistake. You don't pre-flip that when he's turning around with it, buddy. You have no control over that 50 afterwards. You maybe turn boost and then you pre-flip. But if you pre-flip immediately, it completely takes you out of your ability to react. And that's what happened. He flipped and went too fast to the challenge. And then it went right past him. But yeah, Dallas is like annoying cold. It's like 40s. Like you wake up and you're like, ooh. Actually, you know one feeling I absolutely hate about winter that I completely forgot about until now? I grew up in a house with really bad insulation. You know what's the worst feeling? Is getting out of the shower and having cold air hit your skin while you're wet. That is top 2, and it's not 2 feelings for worst. Do you like the Cowboys? No. Well, I don't dislike them, I just don't like them. I live in Dallas, but I wasn't like born and raised here. Cool. Hold our first edition Kabutos and let him get all the money. Yep. Yeah, I grew up with a dad who loved the Eagles, and I grew up outside of Buffalo, so I would say the closest team to a team that I actually have some affinity and kind of warm memories about are the Bills. But I wouldn't necessarily say I'm even like a fan of them in the sense that like I'm wearing their merch and I'm rooting for them. I'm just kind of like, yeah, I grew up with the Bills. Ooh. Their training camp is in my hometown. That's for New York. At St. John Fisher College. I did not think he was supersonic on that. Okay, well. Cool. Oh, you dunked. Oh, I was about to sound like you might get dunked right in my goal, or that goal. You shot it behind me. Ooh. We're good. Oh, he missed it. That's an open goal. That's a weird one. Jalen's second half shutouts. That's his fourth of the year against the Bears. Oh, the Bears? You know Rochester? I mean, yeah, I grew up in Pittsford. That's outside of Rochester. Are you from there? Nice. Ooh, I don't know why. It looked like that was one of those things where it might just glance underneath him. When you say Jalen's second half shutout, do you mean as in he didn't generate a touchdown in the second half? Bears are also like a good team. I think it'd be different if you didn't score a touchdown against like the Raiders or whatever. I'm in Pittsburgh. I grew up in Honeyway Falls. Oh, okay. Yeah, we used to play them. I hated those guys. It's all because they had this dude, Drew Falks. I don't know. It's a very good like all-state candidate player for their soccer team because I was in the varsity squad. That guy was a total tool. I hated everything about him. Man, that's a really good bump by them. I will say Victor is definitely the worst teams. I don't know what it is about everyone who grew up in Victor, but they were all massive D-bags. It's like a whole town populated with frat kids. Nice shot! Let's go, Matt. Favorite RLCS team? I mean, it was OG. JNaps, Com, Noli. I got to work with them. I was their caster for their team streams and whatnot, along with my boy Sebdot. I don't know. I haven't really been able to watch as much RLCS since I got my job. I don't know if I have a favorite team, really. Right now I'm rooting for 100x35. They are a full team of CRL players, and I am a CRL caster, so I gotta root for them. Sai, Crispy, and Simas. I'm excited to be able to watch them tomorrow. Ooh, that's the angle I was looking for earlier. Victor kids always shit. That's what I always hated them. That's what I was like. You know. They also do this thing that was really cringy. They were the only players that they weren't good enough to keep up with us on offense. So every single time someone's about to shoot, all their players were instructed to yell to kind of distract you. They just go, ah, like right as you shot. And it was such like a bitch made thing to do. Close one. Okay. Oh, sorry. I shouldn't have gone up. I didn't think teammate would get flicked if he was going that aggressive. Oh, wait, hold on. Never mind. I didn't see that. Teammate had 100 boost and he didn't use any of it to chow that. That's, what's the word? Very stupid. I don't know why we would do that. If you're gonna go, you might as well just go, you know? Especially since the guy didn't flick it yet. Like, the danger comes from once the ball goes slightly up on his car. All right, open shot. Bang. Bang. All right, cool. Was G6 ever good at Rocket League? G6? I've never heard of that. I love TSM or NRG. I think it's pretty easy to like NRG. I think TSM is cool, but their branding is always kind of boring. It's just black and white, you know? Ooh, couldn't get the scoop. G2, yes. Yeah, G2's out of Rocket League for now, but they'll be back eventually, I think. Just gotta wait for this marketing recession, kind of chill. Hard to find sponsors for teams in this ecosystem. It's part of why they left, because they didn't have a sponsor to get a team organized around. No. Oh. All right, you know, I appreciate what you're going for there. I probably could have just shot that. I wanted to do something fancy with it, though. And that's my downfall. Currently playing in a team. Congrats. Oh, okay, that's fine. He's got it. So hold it. No, he went for the double. Oh, man, that was not the landing I was looking for. I disagree with his ability to recover on that. A middle school team. I thought you just said team. I was like, I don't know what that means. What type of team? Oh. Nice touch. I don't think he has a double though. At least not on target. Middle school Rocket League team? Hell yeah, I love it when... I love how scholastic esports teams are starting to crop up. You guys have like a formal league you guys play in? That's a little behind him. And a gaming club? Okay. That's good. That's how it starts, you know? I'm excited for more schools to get into gaming. More like in an organized fashion. That's a really good arrow. Yeah, he pre-jumped that before I even hit it. That's... Honestly, he had such a horrible takeoff and I didn't see him grab a pad that I'm like, I don't know how much of an arrow he has. I didn't want to go too high because I was afraid he was going to run out of boost, but he had just enough. Really bad save. All right, guys. I think next game is going to be my last one. It's like county-wide, schools versus school. That's what I just said. That's what I was asking about. That's fine. Oh, that guy on the wall was a little closer. You're about to get beat over the top. Buddy, what? I went for the bump and he bumped me up into the ball, which then rebounded it out. Sad. Haha! I was like, if I get there close enough, I might be able to dunk it, and I did. I'll gift a sub for every extra minute you stay alive. Okay, it's starting in 8 seconds. One is now owed, chat. Starting at the end of this minute. So 50 seconds, we're owed a gifted sub. Oh, it's mine. That's funny. I didn't realize it was in. I guess technically it said for every minute you stay alive after this game. I don't know if I'm willing to find out if you're going to lie to me or not. Last 2 years of high school, I've always been to a gaming weekend. Anyone could sign up, and we stayed Friday and Saturday at the school. We got pizza and just gamed. See, that's stuff that's like what community should be nowadays. People, my big push as like someone who works in collegiate is to make parents understand that like gaming is not just people think of gaming as an isolationist hobby because parents see players playing on their PCs at home, or they're like in the basement on like a console or whatever, and they're like, oh, they're playing by themselves. This is like such an antisocial activity. But in reality, like it is like the most social way most people keep up with their friends and like VCs and like Discords and whatever. Obviously like multiplayer gaming or whatever. I think people need to understand that. And I think once they do, then it's like, well, this is just as arbitrary as like being excited for my kid to join a club. So I like it when schools treat esports and gaming like a social club, like it should be. Cool, they got you pizza and all that stuff. Not gonna lie, I was like, oh, he's gonna redirect that, but I don't think he's gonna actually truly get this. I don't know if that's worth the thing. I should have still went. Can't believe he whipped. I'm like, if he touched that at all, it's gonna be a very weird rebound for him, so. It's also why I'm getting off, because I can feel my brain start to slow down in some of my decision making. I just need to go, and then I'm like watching these guys do like a very basic move, and I'm like, oh yeah, that doesn't work. And then it does, and I'm like, oh, because I was waiting too long. We're dangerously close to actually thinking, chat, and that's never a good thing. Oh no, not the guy who air dribbled over me to end the last game, missing that open net because he's rushing it. It's Edge. You had 100 man, would ya? Oh hey guys, what? Got 100 boost, doesn't use any of it on his recovery. Oh, all right, buddy. All right, buddy. Means we're bringing all our consoles and monitors and set up on for the library. That's very fun. I'm glad to hear that. W principal. Holy, all right, good night, everybody. 27 months out, Taco. How are the games? Not good, considering my teammate is made of paper towel.
Hello, Taco.
Unfortunately, I'm getting off, Gur, but thank you for the 27 months and the Prime. I'm ending stream on that one. I would like some resistance on any of these defenses, so I think we're good. Anyway, peace out. Much love. Drop a follow if you're new. Drop a sub if you're new on YouTube. And yeah, we'll be on tomorrow. I think we're gonna be rocking some Claire tomorrow. I think that'll be a good time. We'll do Rocket League and Claire Expedition 33. So, peace.